Good morning, everybody, and today is a very exciting day for the third gen again because, I want to upgrade everything, and I have boxes and piles of parts that just need to eventually get on the truck. But before we go and get into the third gen, you're going to probably wondering why Gabe's big blue second gen is behind me. Now, I have the world's biggest second gen. I have the world's best second gen, I would say. Gabe's got the world's nicest second gen interior. Now, if you guys didn't watch this video about a couple months ago, me and him went and picked up his truck from somewhere in Colorado, and he had this whole custom diamond stitched Lamborghini themed interior installed into this thing. It's literally massive. And yesterday we were over there, he was doing something with a giveaway truck. The winner came ahead and picked it up. And I was like, Gabe, why don't you drive the blue truck? He's like, dude, it doesn't air up. It needs some love. So I actually got into this truck yesterday, drove it back to my house, and fixed some air fittings on it. Had a little problem with a fitting on the back of the train horns that went right there, causing a massive air leak. So we bypassed the train horns, got the truck to air up. It's literally a monster truck now. So as you guys can see up front, there's literally dirt piled up from the last 10 years of this truck being aired down, and now it's pretty much aired all the way up. The rear's leaning because we wanted it to squat in the driveway. I don't know if you guys come back here. It looks pretty sick squatted. And it's also the world's first short bed dually on a second gen on a 40-inch lift. It low-key makes mine look small. That's crazy. My truck's a little bit taller than this truck. Like when this is aired all the way up and mine's a little bit taller. But if Gabe had put my 53s on this thing would literally tower mine. We should do that. We should just swap out the wheels and tires, put them onto this and take it back to him. He'd be like, what is this? He'd probably fall in love with it. I mean, hey, we'd have a set of 30s and 44s. That'd be pretty sweet. So we're going to get this truck all finished up today. He'll probably come by and pick it up. But the main focus, like I was saying, is my third gen because, as you guys know, I like my stuff to run immaculate and perform. And my third gen is like my daily tow rig. I drive it every single day, everywhere I go. And today, we have an air dog to put on it. Literally the best part of doing anything with trucks is putting a brand new fuel system on it, because then you have more fuel going to the injection pump. You can do big injectors, big turbo, and the truck doesn't run out of gas when you hold it at wide open throttle. So right here we have an Air Dog 165. Well, first we have the pickup tube. We have the wiring harness, 20 feet of hose, the fuel system itself, look at that thing, and then all the brackets, instructions, and all the fittings. So I'm going to back this truck into the garage. We're gonna get the fuel system all hooked up on it. And I have another thing I want to do to the rear axle that involves diff cover, because the stock factory diff covers, as you guys can see down there, are horrendous. And I have a custom diff cover on pretty much all the trucks besides the third gen. So back here, as you guys can see, got that nice, beautiful aluminum diff cover on the Mega Cab. It looks awesome. And it actually has a drain plug because the factory ones don't have a drain plug. You literally can fill it up and that's all you can do. These diff covers, you have like a little sight glass on them to see the level. You got a fill plug and a drain plug. So in order to change the diff fluid on a stock Cummins, you gotta take the whole cover off, reseal it. It's a headache. With these covers, all you gotta do is take that bottom drain plug out, drain your fluid, put your new fluid in, and it's just like changing your oil. So let's get the third gen back into the garage. We're gonna throw the fuel system on it really quick, and it'll probably run a lot better because this fuel system is from 07, and who knows the condition of it. And it probably needs a fuel filter. I've never done that on this truck. I try to take advantage of working at my house and using my garage because, like I said in previous videos, it's nice walking out of the 100-degree heat right now in Indiana into the AC. But literally, I think I just like it because this is the only truck that fits in the garage. Obviously, you couldn't even back the bed of the blue truck inside here because it would hit the top of the garage door. Everything I have is monster trucks. We need something fast. We need something very fast. And I think in order to have something very fast, I need to eliminate one of these trucks out of the driveway. We could just sell Gabe's second gen. We could just sell your truck. No. My girlfriend's Jeep. Yeah, I think we're going to sell your truck today so I can get a race truck. then I guess you could just drive a Nissan around every day. In all reality, the big truck needs to leave. So what I was thinking is, I'll let you guys see my TikTok that I made. I have 3 options right now. I can keep the big truck, I can sell the big truck outright, or I can trade it for like a 1400 horsepower Cummins that literally matches that. It's just not a dually. It's not a mega cab. It's a crew cab, short bed, lowered. It's got a, what is it called? The full manual valve body 48 transmission inside of it. And everything's done to it, but drop a comment below. Should we get rid of this for a race truck? Should we keep this truck and just keep letting it sit here in the corner, rot, with all the tree sap falling on it? I mounted it on the inside of the frame because it's not a race truck. So if your fuel filters hang on the outside of your frame, you can see them. It's definitely a race truck. Fuel system is mounted on the inside of the frame this time. I actually went ahead and got the relay mounted underneath the hood. I shortened down the battery cables that way there wasn't a lot of excess wire underneath the hood as well. Got ground and power hooked up. We got the fuel line all hooked up to the CP3 down there. The hoses ran. I've never mounted one of these fuel systems on the inside of the frame. I like usually putting them on the outside of the frame. It just looks better in my opinion, but you know what? After mounting this system all the way down inside of here, it's actually a lot easier. All the lines are on the inside of the frame. The harness is all on the inside of the frame. You have no wires jumping over the frame to the outside of it. And it's like out of the elements. Like it still looks very clean. And I went through a rainstorm yesterday with this truck. So that turned out amazing. We come all the way down to the back of the truck. We got the sump installed on it. We literally had to run like 10 feet of hose twice all the way to the fuel system because this is a cabin chassis. And with the cabin chassis, the tanks are not inside the factory location like a non-cabin chassis truck is. These tanks are actually rear mounted. It's like a 52-gallon tank on this truck. So the only downfall of doing this to a cabin chassis, in my opinion, is having to run hoses from basically the rear of the truck to the back of the cab. And then on the cabin chassis as well, they're not fuel tank straps. It's like a whole entire cradle that cradles the fuel tank on there. So I should have cut out a little section of the fuel tank holder, cradle, whatever you want to call it, which is right here. And now instead of having metal there, we have a nice beautiful stump from our guys over at AirDog on. So I'm going to get this truck started up. I just bled the fuel system on it, so it should fire right up. And then after that is all done, we'll take it for a quick test drive, see the difference, because I already know that this thing needed a fuel filter and it didn't have the right power that it should. So with the AirDog on it, it'll definitely probably wake it up a lot. So obviously we all know that bolting a AirDog fuel system onto a stock Cummins is not just going to make it have 100 million more horsepower, but what I can tell already is this truck runs a lot smoother. It actually has better throttle response. I'm sure that factory fuel filter that's inside this truck is from 2007, has never been replaced, but it has like way better throttle response in my opinion. And it sounds a lot better. It sounds like it's running a lot healthier. And overall, I mean, it's got a little bit more power, I would say. It's actually getting the proper fuel pressure, minus the truck is out of fuel. So we're currently headed over to the gas station to fill this truck up. And then, yes, because I have 9% fuel level left and there's nothing in the transfer tank. And I forgot I had to drain all the fuel out of this in order to put the sump inside of it. So cross our fingers, hope we don't run out. We make it to the gas station, then back to the house. We're gonna get that diff cover on this truck, service that, probably change the oil inside the motor. And yeah, this thing will be ready for another 100,000 miles because it's literally my favorite truck. It does everything I need it to do, and it looks good. I need to get the wheels polished as well. I really cannot get over how good this truck runs now. But anyways, we have a product from our boys over at SPE Lab that I am very excited to put onto this truck. And like I was saying earlier in the video, that includes a diff cover because the factory ones on these trucks literally look horrendous. You can't really service them unless you take everything apart and take the whole cover off. But with this one, like I was saying, you have a fill plug, you have a drain plug. You even have a sight glass right there to see your fluid level at any given moment. The drain plug is on the bottom, fill plug is on the top. Includes the gasket, includes all the hardware to install it. So let's get the back of this truck lifted up, get it on jack stands, get a bucket for underneath the diff cover now because we do have to drain all of the old fluid out of the axle. Clean up the whole entire surface where the gasket goes for the diff cover. Get the new one bolted on. And it's gonna look a lot better because we're going to this from whatever is going on with that. This thing sounds so good. But anyways, we put a new diff cover on it, so you know what that means. We had to go get it detailed, as you guys seen. Now come over here, let's talk about this thing. So as you guys can see, we no longer have that ugly stock factory diff cover on the truck. Now, the advantage with this diff cover is it's all aluminum. It has like cooling fins in it that like help the heat get away from the axle. So when you're driving, the air's flowing and hitting your diff cover from underneath the truck and going back up. That actually cools it down. And like I was saying, it is pretty awesome. There's a sight glass on it, as you guys can see. And all around, it's just a whole better diff cover. Your axle will stay cooler. The fluid won't boil, especially when I'm hauling the trailer with 2 of my monster trucks on it across the country. That'll definitely help, because last thing we want to do is have a rear end that's blown to smithereens, because one, the diff fluid was probably from 2007, and that cover was so rusty that was on it, it was probably about to just blow itself out. So huge shout out to Spelab for coming through, hooking us up with the diff cover. If you guys are interested inside of any of their awesome products, I have their exhaust on this truck, now their diff cover, I have their EGR delete, the intake manifold, the intake, everything they have to offer for this truck is on it. And I couldn't be any happier with their products. So if you guys are interested in getting this diff cover or any of their awesome products, click the link down in the description below and go get you guys one. Use my code at checkout, save you some money. The prices are very affordable for every part that they have, and it's quality stuff. You know, I've been running all of their products for about 2 years now. I know I have SPE on this truck, my 4th gen, Ethan's red 3rd gen, and I couldn't be any happier with it. So like I was saying, click the link down in the description below and enjoy the rest of the video. As you guys know, my big truck never moves, and I thought today would be a perfect day to get this thing started up and take it for a rip, because I'm trying to get myself to like this truck again and not want to trade it for a 1200 horsepower truck, and it's definitely probably dead. I will be very shocked this thing starts up. Stone dead. Okay, 3rd gen, jumper cables, let it sit for 20 minutes and hopefully it starts. I wish this truck did a burnout. I really do. Not for the fun part. And that's to get the big truck to start. So I want to drive it. We got lights on at least. See you guys in 20 minutes. More minutes, I promise. But while we wait, come in. Usually all I do is Cummins content on my channel. I love Dodge, Ram, Cummins, every 24 valve, 12 valves, 6.7, every Cummins that is on the face of the earth, I love. So I was thinking about doing something differently. Well, actually I am doing something differently, but I wanted your guys' opinion. What do you guys think I bring a Duramax to the channel and we do some stuff to that? I know I do have a wide audience of everybody who has Fords, Dodges, Chevys, GMCs. Hell, you might even have a diesel Volkswagen or a 4BT and a generator, or a dirt bike, or a 4-wheeler, or maybe a Sea-Doo Smart Tricks. So I had this thing in my head, doing stuff to an L5P, which in the next video, you guys might just be seeing a newer L5P getting some go fast parts from our boys over at Spelab. So like I was saying earlier, while we're waiting on this thing to start, we gotta talk about it. So I have an exhaust, I have an EGR delete, all for this beautiful L5P that has been sitting in my driveway for about a week now. And don't mind my 3rd gen, that thing is, it's in high idle, it's very loud, the big truck won't start. But I've had this in my driveway for about a week now, I'm trying to switch up the content. I want to venture off into like all parts of the diesel industry, which includes more than just a Cummins. So right here we have a 2019 L5P. It has the newer high country stocks on it with a Nitto 420V. It's reverse leveled. Right now it's basically bone stock. There's nothing done to it besides LED headlights. You guys might have seen in one of the previous videos when we did do the LED headlight install on it, but it's a beautiful truck. I mean, it's not rusty. It's not 15 years old. This one's only like maybe 5 years old, I think. It's a 19, yeah. It came with Milwaukee packouts in the bed. A Yeti cooler. What's inside this Yeti cooler? I'd be curious. Twisted teas, good boys. Ice cold waters. Nice. So yeah, drop a comment below if you guys think I should venture off into, you know, the Duramax world. I know I have had a couple Duramaxes. They were fun until they weren't fun. You can only have a Duramax for so long till something breaks, and mine blew the motor twice. And actually no, I lied. I had a lime green ZF6 single cab long bed dually Duramax. It was literally a unicorn, frame off, custom paint job, and right after I got it, the motor literally fell out of it. I was driving it one day, all of a sudden it just stopped running, and I took it to a local diesel shop, and they're like, yeah, your motor mounts are no longer motor mounting, and your whole entire harness is smashed between the oil pan and the frame. I was like, sick. So got that fixed, drove it around for like a whole year, got too excited with it, blew the motor inside of it, and then put a new motor in it, sold it. I bought a Cummins. I said after I had that Duramax, I will never go back to a Duramax. But you know what? Now that I have, I don't know how many Cummins I have. I've had a lot of Cummins. I'm really thinking about going back getting another Duramax. Should we bring the lime green Duramax back to the channel? If you guys remember that truck, you guys are an OG subscriber. It took us 5 years to start this truck. I just want to drive it so bad. I'd probably take these with us, don't you say? You should probably follow me. It has literally been so long since I've driven this truck, and obviously after seeing Gabe was like drivable, I had to get this thing started. I haven't driven it in probably 4 months. It's not a very long time. Best thing ever right here. 6-speed with the short throw, custom steering wheel, best thing ever. It is so wild though. Or we make this one 1,200 horsepower, then we race Gabe's 1,200 horsepower second gen. That has to be a cool video. Racing my 1,200 horsepower 40-inch lifted monster truck. That's insane. I think I might do that instead. Or we sell it, and we buy like 100 acres of property, build like a 500 by 600 foot shop, and then build 10 more of these. What do you say? Yeah, okay. Take a lap with this thing. I kind of want to go off-roading with it, but that's probably not a good idea. Let's see. It's raining. The hood stack off of it and put the exhaust out the back. There's literally burnt crap on the hood. That's how you know it doesn't get driven. It hasn't been washed since Atlantic City. I didn't even drive it out there. You drove it the whole time. It is still second gen. It has a little bit of slop, but I mean for how big it is, drives pretty damn good. Now, As long as we don't die out, it'll stay running. I know it needs an alternator because it's not, I don't know, it's weird. If it's running, it'll run all day long. But if it dies out, it will not start back up. And yes, I put like 4 sets of batteries in it. Wrong gear. Oh. I tell you what, the short throw's cool, so you cannot find the right gear. That's second. More power. It's not like moving to 53. I don't know how much fuel inside it either because none of that's hooked up. I forgot how good this truck drives for one year. And I would literally drive this thing from Indiana to Florida as long as I had AC. It's better than your average second gen, I would say. It's definitely dead. I would be very shocked if it starts. But, see, this is the problem. I like the truck, but I hate the truck. And like, it's a 50-50 debate. Like, do I keep it? Do I sell it? I don't know. It'd be pretty cool to sell it outright, take the money, put it into a property, build the biggest shop on the face of the YouTube platform for diesel trucks. Build trucks every single day like this, but it'd also be cool to have a 1400 horsepower, or I'm sorry, a 1200 horsepower 4th gen. But it'd also be cool to keep it. I really cannot decide. I need help. What should I do with this truck? Because it's like my first actual 100% complete nice truck that I've built. Like, come on, it's literally a mirror. It's got a mirror suspension lift on it. Everything's powder coated, everything's brand new underneath it. It drives great. It could use a little bit of steering work, maybe a new gearbox, because, you know, turning a 53-inch tire with no stabilizers, no hydraulic assist, or anything on the front of it is not the easiest task. It literally needs nothing besides this one brake line hung up on it. Yeah, that's literally it. And probably a bath, but I'm trying to decide. But with that being said, that is going to end today's video. I'm going to sit here and debate what to do with this truck, so be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Click the link down in the description below to go get you some awesome products for your diesel truck from SPE Lab. Use my code, and I'll see you guys in the next one.